Here in the Midlands of South Carolina, they've been lined up all afternoon for one of the marquee matchups of the year in college basketball. It's a top 5 showdown in the SEC. LSU and South Carolina, the two teams have combined to win each of the... Set and ready to go at Colonial Life Arena. The opening tip controlled by LSU.
South Carolina starting out in a man-to-man as Anissa Morrow scores. You will see a heavy dose of that when you watch LSU play. Wing, pick and roll, they executed it beautifully there.
Morrow has played in 123 career games, 92 double-doubles. Over 70% of her starts have ended in a double-double. Remarkable numbers. Started her career at DePaul. Gamecocks first touch. That's a three from the corner for Bree Hall. Hall, Kitts, and Fagan for head coach Dawn Staley. Great look on the inbounds play. Gamecocks back to work. Raven Johnson at the top of the key. Chloe Kitts, the spin, and the finish. For the steal by Johnson. Gamecocks back to work. Mid-range is there. Fagan connects. Her king rivalry. She has not lost to LSU, with Kim Mulkey taking over in Baton Rouge in 4 previous attempts. Williams, mid-range is there, 7-6.
Talk about her mid-range. Michaela Williams is so good on the mid-range, and she came off the screen, just had a little bit of space. That's all she needs.
Fagan has it stolen away by Johnson. Flau'jae on the move, lays it up and in. LSU in front.
Really tough finish by Flau'jae Johnson because
it's picked up by Morrow. Fagan back to work, rolls it in.
We've seen a little bit of a lot that Sanaya Fagan can do. We saw the assist with a nice pass to the corner. We saw the mid-range shot go down, and there a nice post move as well.
Gamecocks haven't missed a shot. A hot start, 4 for 4 LSU, 4 for 6. Day Wilson thought about it. And now launching. That's a 3. Past the double team. Williams the step back. And from downtown LSU, another triple. It's 14-9. Taylor, one of the SEC with the Tigers. Malaysia Fulwiley checks in for the first time. A wide open path. An easy 2.
Kim Mulkey talked to us earlier today about what a difference maker Malaysia Fulwiley has been in the last 2 meetings with South Carolina.
Morrow no good, and finally the 3rd time's a charm.
Sir, I was too scared to say it, Rebecca.
I think you just did say it. So we're there. Floater by Pow Pow is as well.
And that's the area that where her game really has grown, is her ability to get in the paint, especially hitting that floater.
Dawn Staley telling us today, too, this game's so big, not only because it's a rivalry because it means something in this conference. It means something in terms of the NCAA tournament as well. The importance of it cannot be stated enough. Morrow on the move.
Anissa Morrow has had a really solid start to this game. A couple of...
Batted around, finally claimed by Day Wilson. Inside to Smith. Outstanding defense. And Flau'jae on the putback.
LSU is number
basketball at such a high level. Or is it learned? Is it a combination of both? Because she is only 6'1", but she leads American rebounding again this season.
I think it's a combination of both, but probably more nature than nurture.
Good look inside. Is a capacity look. They have been loud and proud to start. Fulwiley. Kitts. Bottled up. Triple team. And she lost it. Flau'jae ahead of the back.
Those 50-50 balls are going to be so important. Anytime there's going to be a scrum, which team can come up with a few extra possessions in this game?
Both teams with 3 turnovers to start. LSU now rebounding South Carolina 8-4. Baseline jumper. Gamecocks just 4 for their last 10. After the hot start, Chloe Kitts the pump fake. Over Morrow. Edwards inside. And she will shoot 2.
Offensive rebounders.
58% free throw shooter. Joseph Vasily. Katie Lukanich. And Brian Garland. Mark off the bench for head coach Kim Mulkey this season. A couple of game-winning buckets, including most recently against Tennessee. Left hand, no less. Off the glass. Nicely done for Fagan.
Once again, really good patience. No help is coming when the posts for South Carolina catch inside.
This crowd on its feet, a 1-point game. Here's Gilbert. The hesitation off the side of the backboard. Over to Morrow. And the first quarter comes to a close. The game in the 50% clip or higher to begin.
Stars are out, and you're not even talking about Coach Mulkey's jacket.
Pretty impressive. We were wondering, what would the look be today? Full Wiley, no. And it pops back out to Raven Johnson from 15. Fagan inside, cleans it up.
And playing with that level of confidence.
And without Watkins, she has seen that production on the up and up. Off the miss, Flau'jae Johnson throws it up and in and got the bounce.
How did she finish that? She tripped at the
basket. Cheyenne Day Wilson, the Miami transfer. Here's Morrow through 3 defenders and gives it up. Johnson, Full Wiley. Somehow corralled it and was fouled on the way up. The high school located here in Columbia.
But in the last 2 weeks, Dawn Staley told us she's turned a corner.
Now the defenses have settled in to begin the second quarter. Only meeting between these two in the regular season this year. Full Wiley gets the bounce and it just died on the back. Williams outside to Flau'jae. Drains the triple. Outside to Flau'jae again. A heat check and it's short. Williams gets it back off the carom. Michaela Williams in traffic and off the glass.
The best part about that play was when she got the basketball, told her teammate with her hand, get out of here.
And Full Wiley fouled on the way up again. Malaysia finding ways to generate 14 points per so far this year. And Full Wiley back at the line. At the first time around, but I appreciate the clarification. 2 for 2.
Love them for the way they're defending Malaysia Full Wiley. And in the middle of going off, she goes, I get it. She's really hard to defend. She's even admitting how challenging this young one is, but they need to sink lower and try to cut off some of those lanes she's getting to the basket. Really went over it for a long.
Samaya Smith at the line, 71% this season. One more coming. Coming off an impressive win against Florida on Sunday. Here's Pow on Gilbert behind the back. And a 3. Tessa Johnson. In the hands, tremendous. She'll keep it alive for a moment. And a foul call under the rim. And that is Morrow's second. One more coming. That's at 7 Eastern. Congratulations to Kim Caldwell. Birth of her shot. 10-second differential between the clocks. LSU led by a point 10 minutes in, and now South Carolina by 3. Smith claims a rebound. Shot clock is off for the Tigers. says clear out. Picked up by Pau. Off the screen and the hesitation. Stripped away. Full Wiley. Nearly trained it from half court. The miss by Bree Hall. Tigers had a 1-point lead after one. A good start. Michaela work. Impressive start for her and a steal by Morrow. Cheyenne Day Wilson coast to coast and blocked out of bounds. Fagan the rejection.
The look on Sanaya Fagan's face after she sends this ball out of bounds. Like, what are you doing, itty bitty, trying to come in here? Gets up, blocks it.
Both teams defensively starting to clamp down after a hot start on offense. Chloe Kitts found a way.
Great delivery by Raven Johnson on that pick and roll. Defense stayed, it beat too long. Kitts rolled and finished.
Kitts has 5. Now Day Wilson. Flage wants to get involved. Scoops it up and in with a finger roll. 13 on the board for Flage. Bree Hall on the other end.
And Anissa Morrow just stepped back and let her go. Did not want to pick up a foul.
Day Wilson right in the corner. Flage, the dump off to Smith. To her at shoot around, 16 in purple for LSU. She caught it the biggest game of her college career. She's got to find a way to get more involved for the Bayou Bengals. Kitts was fouled on the way up. It was Smith. And Chloe Kitts knocks 8 of 9 at the line thus far.
That's an area where South Carolina, as much as Kim Mulkey was happy with that decision by Day Wilson.
6th board for Kitts. Pau an opening. Largest lead for Carolina at 5. Stolen by Fagan. 2-on-2, great look. Raven Johnson the layup and a steal. Johnson inside.
Undercut as she was going up for the O board.
Now, Rebecca, you've got Day Wilson and Gilbert on the floor at the same time. A smaller backcourt for Kim Mulkey and Anissa Morrow. 6 rejections so far for the Gamecocks. Lead America in that category. Gilbert's open for a moment, drains the mid-range. Full Wiley gets it back under duress. The pump fake down and low for Joyce Edwards. As are most of these players on the court tonight. I mentioned Flage. Crossover. Throws it up off the glass. Morrow was fouled on the follow-away. And that'll go on Fagan. Rebounder in America. Holly, she can do it all for LSU.
Decision at an early age. Do I want to keep playing this sport? Do I love it that much? And the decision was yes. She has come back from all of those odds to become a really great player. Of course, you know, she had to go to a smaller school, DePaul, be a very good player there. And now here she is on the biggest stage. Her work ethic has shown the whole way.
Baseline, Pau. Free throws coming for numeral 0. Garnet. Tahina Pau. 73% at the line. Gamecocks 10 of 11. Make it 11 of
Carolina.
Her and Day Wilson remain in the LSU backcourt. Morrow an anchor inside, looking her direction, and stolen by Full Wiley. Tessa Johnson. Edwards up and in. A spin move. The defense too strong by Fagan.
But it was also Hall coming over on the help side.
Inside a foul. Anissa Morrow didn't like the call on Samaya Smith. That's her 3rd. Number 2 team. Re-energized this team. It was interesting talking with her today. Pau even told us Yeah, it was a relief. It's been intense since then. But you get the sense it's been better, at least mentally, with that loss already behind you, instead of all the questions about can you run the table and finish the season undefeated. Shot clock is off. LSU just 11 points in the third. Smacked out of bounds with 3.2.
Really good defense by Michaela Williams, walling up, not letting Hall get an angle to the basket.
Inbounds to Chloe Kitts. Monster step, too strong. That is how our third quarter.
Standing defense that entire possession by South Carolina.
I heard Dawn Staley tell Holly that defense has been tremendous so far today. After the rebound and a foul.
There was.
When you hear the music, you know what time it is. Rebecca, you were telling them draftability. This is a player could have a long career at the next level.
Yeah, and you don't have to. They have been on point, and they can play hard the entire game because of the depth that they have.
81% of their total shots contested by Carolina. Williams. Lib remains on, but free throws coming from
this program.
I mean, she really constructed it. Year number 17, the 3 national championships. Another block for Carolina, the 11th of the game. Tumbling out of bounds, it was Tessa Johnson. Wow. Johnson off the cut and the finish. Flage blocked away to Raven Johnson. Euro. Kim Mulkey's bench for a minute. Yeah, Tessa Johnson's box score, 7 points, 3 boards. Does it begin to tell the story? Williams in and out. She'll get it back from 15. And finally, a field goal.
And that
9. But that's how they do it. You look at the numbers this year, nobody blows you away in terms of their total points per game production. 11 blocks. The defense has been on point. Late whistle. Edwards back to the line. Joyce Edwards.
post can get it. Outstanding look. That's a foul.
Good look to Gilbert, who just checked back in. Missed the layup. Morrow with a putback. Lead down to 10. Screen for Hall. Fagan. Back to the line. Rebecca, my question still remains, where will the offense come from for LSU down the stretch in less than 2 months in the SEC tournament? Here's Day Wilson against Raven Johnson, up and in, and a chance for 3. So a spark for a moment by LSU's point guard. Miami. Kim Mulkey told us today, we've got to fight until the bitter end tonight to have a chance. And now faced with a 9-point deficit, less than 4 minutes to go. Johnson to Fagan and over the back. It was Wolfenbarger.
And those fouls called.
Joyce head between the two sides. LSU, one of 2 remaining undefeated teams in America, the other UCLA. The only team that has beaten South Carolina this year. Samaya Smith down low.
Her game, not only that, she's still working on her R&B career. She's got a big single dropping for Valentine's Day. Fla and B, it's a new R&B melodic melody that will drop for the Valentine lovers out there.
I thought you were going to get it. That would be incredible. Must-see TV. 7 to shoot. The lead at 8. Tessa Johnson. How beautiful was that move?
That kid, she has just made winning plays. Even her decision the last possession to pull the ball out, winning plays.
Crowd on its feet in Columbia. Day Wilson. Anissa Morrow. Yes. Another incredible performance for Anissa Morrow. The double-double, 13 and 15. And a foul on the trip. Third. The difference in this game after LSU led by 6. Two teams that have combined to win the last 3 national championships. Putting on a show, but it has been all South Carolina in the second. And Morrow fouled by Kitts. Well, that's the last thing you want if you're South Carolina. The clock stopped in 3.
Trust me, you should trust Holly.
And Courtney Paris from Oklahoma. Rebecca, you asked about the number.
75% of the time she's on the floor, she gets double-double.
Gamecocks, search of a bucket. And Morrow, jump ball, gives it back to LSU. Too early for that?
No, they just need a score, good possession.
Williams on Johnson, around the screen, and penetrating inside, in and out. And another jump ball. The arrow gives it back to the Gamecocks.
Big bucket cutting into 5.
Had 2 possessions in the last minute, ending in the paint.
Extending their full court pressure now, trying to speed up South Carolina, maybe get a turnover.
Under a minute to go, the shot clock at 17. Raven Johnson will slow it down. And Morrow with the foul. That her team down 7. In and out with a
LSU has to box out here.
Lead back to 8. 69th game in a row here at Colonial Life Arena. The last loss way back in 2020. And continuing this incredible season after that early loss to UCLA. Johnson in and out. And another foul after the rebound was grabbed by the Gamecocks. And let's see, a timeout will be called. So no foul before the timeout. And Tessa Johnson will be picked up by Miracle Shepard, who just checked in. And so far, they're choosing not to extend this when they'll play out the possession. And a little surprised we're not seeing the foul.
Yes, I'm surprised they didn't foul right away.
Don Staley says, let's run our offense. Johnson on Williams. Great look to Edwards. And that will just about do it. (66-56) will be our final score in Columbia. The Gamecocks remain undefeated in the SEC, 19-1 overall, and LSU unbeaten no more. (66-56).